Are you serious? I'm very serious. I really am. Are you serious? Well, get a cup of coffee, everybody. Calm down. This is the day that the Lord has made. He said, let's rejoice and be glad therein. Tonight is the webinar, 6 p.m. Eastern. It starts. Get your ticket now. And then at 6 p.m. Eastern, we will send you your link. You click it, you're in then, and you'll be able to see the entire webinar, which is phenomenal. There's no question about that. And get in, get it done now. Go to my website at paulbegleyprophecy.com. That's paulbegleyprophecy.com, and get your ticket now. Quickly, guys, let me tell you something. Nearly 65 million Americans suffer from back pain. And we really want to help you with your back pain, your calves, your overall body pain, and give you a solution that you can use all year long. That's right. Imagine waking up with no more back, shoulder, neck, calf, or foot pain and feeling loose and free when you wake up and ready to take on the day. I found something, guys, an amazing company called Medical Breakthrough. That you can go to their website at actually just go straight there, medicalbreakthrough.com/Paul. Or there's a phone number you can call if you want to, right there on the screen. They work with amazing doctors and have proven happy customers that love their products. Their mission is to help change the way that people deal with pain and actually give them a solution that works. They were even featured on Fox News, which is why I want to introduce to you their biggest breakthrough yet, the Medical Breakthrough Massage Chair. That's right. This massage chair will help you ease the back pain, get rid of the shoulder, neck, calf, foot, and overall body pains. This is the world's first 4-in-1 exercise chair, perfect recliner, ultimate bed, and the world's greatest massage chair, all in one. This is doctor-backed. It's having the quality of a doctor's massage chair right in your own home. I want you to be able to take advantage of this exclusive offer with a discount of over 50%, which is only available to listeners of this show. This is critical. Just you, listeners of the Paul Begley Prophecy online church and family. But you must hurry because there is a limited supply of these massage chairs. And with the popularity of this exclusive sales, supplies will run out. So you want to make sure, pick up the phone and call them at 818-334-6693. And then when you do, mention Massage 50, okay? Or go to medicalbreakthrough.com/Paul. Do it right now, folks. I've included both of those in the description below and in the tickers that's running by. Do it now. Where you can get your special discounts. Once again, that's call 818-334-6693 or go to medicalbreakthrough.com/Paul and mention Massage 50. Get your massage chair now with the exclusive discount and get over 50% off and free shipping. These are the short list of benefits you will experience with the Medical Breakthrough Massage Chair. Number one, it will relieve migraine pain. You know how many people are struggling with that? And decreases the need for medication. You'll reduce recovery time from workouts, reduce the risk of muscle strains, reduce the muscle spasms, the cramping, and increase your joint flexibility. Improve your range of motion to decrease the comfort with lower back pain, have better mood and happiness. Are you serious? This is an investment in your health and your future. In fact, you will actually be saving even more money because there will be no longer be a need to get any more massages, especially with what's going on in the world. We want to keep you and your family safe. The massage chair is like having 6 massage therapists giving you the most relaxing massage you've ever experienced. Pick up the phone and call them at 818-334-6693. Do it right now or go visit medicalbreakthrough.com/Paul. Click on the links below. All right, guys, I wanted to get that to you. It's very important. All right. Now, yes, the webinar will be releasing at 6 o'clock tonight. Don't forget, Heidi will actually start this webinar 1 hour early at 5 o'clock. Heidi's going to give her presentation, which is powerful, awesome, on how God revealed to her about some really good, inspiring, and it's not all doom and gloom, guys, about this eclipse. All right. There's also some positive energy and positive revelation for the body of Christ. She brings that out. She'll be speaking at 5 o'clock live at Patreon. That's 5 o'clock live at Patreon. If you're a member of Patreon, just go there. You'll be able to watch her live. If you're not, it's easy to become one. Just go there and make your pledge for whatever you want a month. Most people give $5 a month. Some people give more. Some give less. But anyway, go and get it done. Hear her presentation. You will be impressed. And if you don't hear it live at 5 o'clock, don't worry. It will be archived. And those of you who are members of this of Patreon will be able to watch it after the fact. It will be there, okay? Now, the webinar is ready. Go now. Go now and get your ticket. We'll be releasing those links at exactly 6 o'clock. Now, let me share something with you because there's an incredible information about this event that's coming, which is there's a great, everybody's talking about the eclipse, but you need to understand something. The Great Comet and the New Madrid fault line and the solar eclipse all happened once before in 1811 and 1812. In the year 1811 started off with an amazing sight, one not many humans are lucky enough to ever see in their lifetime. The Great Comet of 1811 was first spotted in March of 1811, and its intensity increased through December 1811. Now, some recordings show it had a tail 25 degrees long and a head 50% larger than the sun. Its intensity was brightness. It was very bright on October of 1811. It faded away, though, by April of 1812. This comet was the most visible celestial sight that occurred in 2,000 years. And like other great comets, it was a great cause of concern. Adding to the fears was the fact that September of that same year, there was a total solar eclipse of the sun that moved across the tri-state lands, including the New Madrid region. In other words, the same path that is going to take place this year on April the 8th. And that same solar eclipse path this year on April the 8th has a comet with it called Comet 12P. Pons Brooks, which you'll be able to see in the shadow of the moon during the eclipse. The appearance of this great comet, which was visible around the globe for 17 months and was at its brightest during the earthquakes that came in 1811 and 1812. The comet has an orbit, they say, of every 3,065 years, and it was last seen during the time of Ramses II in Egypt. Now, in December of 1811, the comet appeared to some observers to fade, and to others it appeared to perform frightening aerobatics and split in two. Curiosity, it also had a circular polar orbit as viewed by many, staying within view for 24 hours a day at certain latitudes, appearing to be homing in on the Earth. When the earthquake struck and the Mississippi Valley and the Mississippi River actually flowed backwards for 3 hours, locals in the region thought the comet had struck the Earth and had caused a major earthquake in the upper Mississippi or Ohio rivers. The Great Comet of 1811, with a coma over 1 million miles across, was visible in the sky for almost a year. The Comet 1811 was the brightest comet with the longest duration of brightness on record, 260 days, until Comet Hale-Bopp came in 1997. Too many people. The appearance of this unusual celestial visitor in the night sky, portended doom. The comet passed closest to the Earth October 20th. The head and the coma of the comet was reported to be wider than the diameter of the sun, and it had a very long, bright tail despite not coming very close to the Earth. 2 months later, on December 16th, the first of 3 extraordinary megaquakes hit the Midwest and southern United States. These quakes were so intense they shook church bells in New England and in Charleston, South Carolina. And for a time, parts of the Mississippi River flowed backwards and these were considered to be 7.4 to 8.2, 3 of them in a row, all on one day. The people blamed them on the comet. Unfortunately for those living in New Madrid, Arkansas, in December of 1811, this comet made life anything but ordinary. The massive New Madrid earthquakes began December of 1811 and continued through the spring of 1812. The comet appeared to leave in 1812, and although there is some uncertainty as to whether it really left entirely. During the winter of 1811-1812, a series of some 1,874 recorded tremors within the New Madrid fault dramatically altered the landscape of some 30 to 50,000 square miles of land, creating Reelfoot Lake in extreme northwest Tennessee. The New Madrid earthquake was the largest earthquake ever recorded in the contiguous United States, which occurred on February 7th, 1812, with a magnitude of 8.6. It got its name from its primary location in the New Madrid seismic zone, near New Madrid, Louisiana Territory, now known as Missouri. So it was New Madrid, Missouri. The first earthquake preceded 3 other major quakes, 2 on December 16th, 3, and then another one on January 23rd, and a final one on February the 7th. There was estimates of the earthquakes were felt strongly over 50,000 square miles and moderately across nearly 1 million square miles. The New Madrid earthquakes were the biggest earthquakes in American history. They occurred in the central Mississippi Valley, but were felt as far away as New York City, Boston, Montreal, Canada, and Washington, D.C. President James Madison and his wife Dolly felt them in the White House. Church bells rang in Boston. And on December 16th, 1811, through March of 1812, there was over 2,000 earthquake aftershocks in central Midwest and between 6,000 and 10,000 earthquakes in the boot heel of Missouri, where New Madrid is located near the junction of the Ohio and Mississippi rivers. In the known history of the world, no other earthquakes have lasted so long or produced so much evidence of damage as the New Madrid earthquakes. 3 of those earthquakes are on the list of America's top earthquakes. The first one, December 16th, a magnitude of 8.1. The one on January 23rd had a magnitude of 7.8. And then, of course, the one on February 7th, some say was 8.6. Others say no, it was 8.8. So you have an 8.1, a 7.8, and an 8.8, plus 2 other earthquakes, 7.2 and 7.4. Now, after the February 7th earthquake, the largest one in American history of 8.8, the Mississippi River actually ran backwards for several hours. The force of the land upheaval 15 miles south of New Madrid created Reelfoot Lake, drowned the inhabitants of an Indian village, turned the river in against itself to flow backwards, and devastated thousands of acres of virgin forest, created 2 temporary waterfalls on the Mississippi River, boats floating in the middle of the Ohio River. They were protected from the earthquake tremors shaking the land, but not from the hazards of falling trees, disappearing islands, collapsing riverbanks. The area of strong shaking associated with these shocks was 2 to 3 times larger than that of the 1964 Alaska earthquake, and it was 10 times stronger than the dreaded 1906 San Francisco earthquake. The Midwest experienced more than 2,000 earthquakes in 5 months. People discovered that most of the crevices opening up during an earthquake ran from north to south, and they would chop down trees in the east and west direction using the trees as a bridge. There were missing people everywhere who were most likely swallowed up by the earth. Some earthquake fissures were as long as 5 miles long. The world's largest sand boil was created by the New Madrid earthquake. It was 1.4 miles long, 136 acres in extent, located in the Boot Hill of Missouri, about 8 miles west of Hyatt, Missouri. Locals call it the beach. Others, much smaller sand boils, are found throughout the area. Seismic tar balls, small pellets up to the size of golf balls. Tar balls were found in sand boils and fissures. They are petroleum that have been solidified or petrol nodules. Also, there were earthquake lights. Lights flashed up from the ground, causing quartz crystals being squeezed, as the phenomenon is called. And in 1811, 1812, earthquakes caused at least 221 landslides along the bluffs that define the eastern boundary of the Mississippi River. This implies that most of the landslides were triggered by a series of events, which is likely to have been 1811 through 1812 earthquakes. Guys, are you listening to what I'm saying? This is some of the most insane information that could have ever happened in history. It really was. And just because it happened in 1811, 1812, and we haven't had anything, really nothing, no major quakes at all since then. There was a solar eclipse that went right through the New Madrid fault line during this same period. There was a comet that went over the earth in the same time period. And then these quakes were astronomical. And there was a lunar eclipse just before the solar eclipse. Now, here we are today. The lunar eclipse is this Sunday night. 2 weeks later, April 8th, it is the Great North American Eclipse. There's a comet we'll be seeing while that eclipse is going on in the shadow of the moon. It's the same pattern. The question is, will we also have a mega quake? It's so overdue. Folks, go to find out more about this entire phenomenon and the apocalyptic signs. This is the name of the webinar, Apocalyptic Signs. Go to my website right now. Click it, get your ticket, be ready, as this webinar is releasing, guys, in 4 hours. It's releasing in 4 hours. Everybody that's got a ticket is going to get their link emailed to you right at 6 p.m. Eastern. This is unbelievable, folks. Are you serious? Are you serious? Something biblical's going on with the signs of the second coming of Christ. I mean, listen, go to my website, or here's another way. We got 2 phone lines open right now. You can go to my website and get your ticket now at paulbegleyprophecy.com, or pick up the phone and call the main line, 765-414-2230. That's 765-414-2230. Or pick up and call we have a second line open, 765-414-6299. You can see them there. There's that one, and there's that one. Okay. And there they go. They're going by. 765-414-2230 or 765-414-6299. If one line's busy, call the other one. If it's busy, call back the other one. You will get through. Get your ticket so that you don't miss it. A powerful, powerful webinar that we're having starting tonight at 6 o'clock. But Heidi kicks it all off with her presentation over at Patreon at 5 o'clock Eastern. She'll be live. If for some reason you can't see it live, maybe the room is full or whatever, you can't get in, don't worry. When she's done, it will be posted there and will be archive there. This is for Patreon partners, okay? So those of you who are already Patreon partners, you'll be able to see Heidi's broadcast, her program, her presentation at 5 o'clock. Last night was amazing. Thank you, Vicki. Can I tell you something about last night? I mean, Rex Bear was on fire, okay? And Mike Around the World was just absolutely brilliant in both these guys in their presentation. And then the Holy Spirit really moved. 92 salvations is what they told me this morning. And more people are still getting saved in the comments below as we speak. But 92 people during that live broadcast wanted to be saved and prayed with us live on the air. That's the ones we know about. That's the ones documented. I'm sure there was others. And what's incredible is there was a crowd of almost 10,000 people live. I think it was 9,500 people were live at one point. So it was an incredible interest. God really moved, and the information was vital. And all that. Let me just tell you, last night's information. It was just like an appetizer compared to the webinar. Compared to the webinar, it ain't even close. The information webinar is so vital and so important that every believer should hear it. And so go now and get your ticket so you'll be ready to hear what the Lord is saying, the signs, and other information, including the southern border, including Planet X, including the solar eclipse, including the comet, including the earthquakes, including the wars and the rumors of wars, and including all of the different things. I mean, there's tons of information, incredible information on this webinar. Apocalyptic signs. I would say it's the best one ever, but they won't let me say it. They say I say it every week. They say I say it every webinar, so I won't do it. I won't say it. And if you haven't got my book ordered, do it right now. It is being released next Tuesday, March 26th. They're going to be shipping it to everywhere. Everyone that's pre-ordered, order 5 of them if you can. 1 for you, 4 for the people that you want to change their life. Here it is. Go to Amazon.com. Go to Amazon.com. Or you can get it at Books A Million. .com. Or you can go to BarnesandNoble.com. Or you can go to Walmart.com. Or you can go to Target.com. Or you can go to a lot of different bookstores, independent stores. You can go to Goodreads.com. You can also get it on Kindle. Okay, the hardback would be great for you to have because, those don't stick around long before they go to paperback. But it's hardback now, or you can get it on Kindle. But right now is the time. They're releasing it all on the 26th of March. So, guys, this is the most critical time. The timing of all of this is so vital. And 92 people gave their life to Jesus Christ last night. That is the most important thing I could say. 92 people. Are you serious? There's a brother in the church, Tommy. He got one Sunday because they allowed me to do a book signing at Freedom Fellowship last Sunday, and so I did that. And Tommy was one of the people who got a book, and of course I personally signed them every one. People stood in line, and it was a really amazing thing. Tommy went home and started reading this. By Wednesday, he sent his wife over to our home and said, "I'm buying 5 more. I got to give these to people right now. This is incredible." Folks, it will change not only your life, but will change others. Praise God. Juanita says, it was so wonderful last night. I was crying. Yeah, I know. It was 92 salvations. I'm not being, Joe, I'm sorry. I could be real boring and, kind of monotone, and nobody ever gets saved, never give an altar call, nobody ever gets healed. I could just spend my time watching the basketball game and never write a book. We all could just fall asleep spiritually and just go to hell in a handbasket. Or I can be what I'm supposed to be, me. And that is to stand on top of the wall as a watchman and get as animated as possible to get if somebody's soul, if I can just stand on the wall and just say, are you serious? You need to get saved. If I got to do that to save one person from going to hell, I will do it till the day I die. God bless you guys. I love you. I'll be back with more on the coming apocalypse. Shh, not too much drama.